gosh, I shouldn't have said this to my boss today. Why was I rude to my colleague at work? Do you also ask yourself these kind of questions sometimes? Do you have a tough time controlling your negative thoughts because of which you tend to get angry or feel jealous about things and that ends up in a real mess? If yes, then stay with me. Hi, I'm Sonia and welcome to Skillopedia, the place to learn skills for the real world. Well, today friends, I'm going to take you through a session on how you can control your negative thoughts. Because when you have negative thoughts and they overpower you, you tend to come out with negative emotions which don't really help. Especially if you're a working professional, it's not really good to be negative. So stay with me and I will take you through some amazing tips today. The first tip that I have for you is to be aware of your triggers. Now, what do I mean by triggers? Triggers are any situations or sometimes things that people do which either irritate you or annoy you or make you very angry. So if, for example, you have a colleague at work, who doesn't always do what they promise, who always comes late to work, and you can't really bear that kind of behavior. So you feel negative about this person, you get angry fast with them. What you can do is, say for example, if you are working on a project with them, make sure that you have a backup plan for yourself. So in case this colleague once again does the same thing, doesn't keep their promise or doesn't do a good job, instead of you feeling negative or getting angry, if you already have a backup plan ready with you, you will not have any negative feelings and you can go ahead with your work and take it smoothly. So remember, it's important to know what exactly irritates or annoys you or makes you have any kind of negative thoughts and make sure you're mentally prepared to take care of them. That will make things very easy and make you a less negative person. My second tip for you is to know your situation well. What do I mean by this? Well, sometimes we just get angry or we feel negative by just knowing one side of the story. For example, if you have a teammate at work who always comes to work late on a daily basis, and you have already made this negative impression about the person, and you always get angry with them being their manager or maybe their teammate as well. But until you actually know what makes them late or what is the situation behind them being late to work, till then you will never really be able to have the right emotion. It's important to know exactly what could be the reason. So here what you could do is sit down with the person, find out the reason why is it that they come late to work, and then maybe you will understand better and even find a solution. So it's important to know the reason behind why something is happening rather than just having a negative thought or reacting negatively to any situation based on just what you see. It's important to know the real reason or the real situation behind something. My next tip for you is to write it down. Yes, it's old school, but it always helps. If you constantly have negative thoughts and you can't control your negative emotions, you can simply pen them down in a personal diary or a journal. It's actually very helpful. Imagine if you actually write down the couple of points as to why and when you got angry and try and also find out the reason simultaneously, you will actually be able to do some self-analysis and come to a conclusion to understand what actually upsets you or annoys you the most. So it's very helpful when you write down what you feel or you write down your thoughts and try and do some kind of self-analysis. Even for example, if you have gotten angry with someone on a particular day, write that down in your book and try and figure out the reason. If you feel that the reason was not valid or it was a silly thing, a silly situation because of which you got angry, you can simply decide to do something for that person. Like maybe take them for a coffee or go and have a nice chat with them to mend your ways. So writing down your negative thoughts or writing down the reasons why you felt negative is always a very helpful thing to do. My next point is speak up. Yes, if you speak up and you actually tell the other person what you feel, it's the best thing to do. Trust me. Let me give you a situation. Say, for example, there is someone at work who always teases you or cracks these silly jokes about you while everyone's around. And you don't really say anything much to that person. But heart of hearts, you actually hate those jokes and you're building up these negative thoughts and these negative emotions for that particular person. But how will they know? One day you may just snap back at them and say, hey, you know what, I really hate you. And they would not even know why is it that you are so angry with them. Because maybe for that person, cracking these jokes is a very normal thing. So it's important to not keep your emotions inside you, but if something actually disturbs you, make sure that you speak up, confront the person in a nice way, and tell them what annoys you or what upsets you. That's the best solution to take care of all of your negative thoughts. My next tip for you is to take some time away. Yes, at times there are certain negative thoughts or certain things that people do which you just can't tolerate. You just can't find a way of getting a solution sometimes. So in such a situation, a good thing to do is just to take some time away just for yourself, away from everything and everyone. Say, for example, you are at work and there is a situation which is really bothering you. Maybe your manager gave you some feedback which you don't really agree with and you're really angry at the moment, but you can't really show them that anger, right? What you could do here is just take a 5-minute coffee break or watch a funny video. Take that time out, calm yourself down, and then go and speak to your manager. Let him or her know how exactly you feel. Now what you will do is you will act in a rational way and you won't really be very negative when you speak because you'll be thinking before you say something to that person. So it's extremely important. Take some time away for yourself at times. It really helps, trust me. My last and final point for you is to be patient. Well, yes, all of these tips that I've shared with you now, even if you practice them, they won't come to you naturally. Things may not change so fast. So be consistent in the things that you do in order to manage your negative thoughts. If you've started writing down your thoughts, take some time, give it a few days. If you've decided to speak up, make sure that you choose the right place, the right occasion to speak to that person who has been disturbing you all this while. Be patient and I'm sure things will be better for you. Negativity is not something that you should deal with for a long time. It's not something that you should run away from as well. If you have negative thoughts, make sure that you find a resolution, make sure that you do something so that you can turn all of that negativity into something positive. Well, this brings me to the end of today's session. I hope that you enjoyed watching the video and it was informative for you. Make sure that you follow these tips that I've shared with you today. Reduce the negativity in your life because that's not really a good thing. Try to be a positive person and you will always be successful. Well, if you want to watch more of such videos, make sure that you subscribe to Skillopedia, the place to learn skills for the real world.